Yes.
We have audio and whatnot.
Hello, hello.
Oh God.
Yeah, we got audio. We sound good.
Doesn't sound tinny, does it?
No, not this time.
There, we're live. This is episode 12 of the podcast.
Yes.
We didn't do it last week. Things came up for both of us, so that was the thing. Parrish is not joining us this week.
Nope. Nope.
He's just not on, from what I know.
Yeah, that happens.
Some things happen though this
What's that?
week. For one thing, it got extremely cold, and
Yeah.
it
It's
iced
funny
over
over
in
here.
Mississippi. Like,
Oh,
it
jeez.
completely iced over in Mississippi. And the stores ran out of everything.
Ran out. Did you guys run out of power there at all? Any power outages?
Some people lost power. I didn't.
Okay.
We don't have any water, though.
No. Okay, so you guys have the water crisis over there.
Yeah, we have no water, so we have, like, gallons of water to put in the toilets and whatnot.
Wow. Pipes are frozen and everything? Or do you
No,
guys have running?
no, Mississippi just doesn't have water.
Period. So you guys
Period.
don't have any running water at all?
No.
Wow, that's awful.
I remember, like, I read some things, and there were articles about how there are, like, the water towers were drained, like, almost completely for
Yeah.
it. So that was a whole thing. I have no idea when we're gonna get water back.
So you've been having to take shower by bucket.
Yeah.
At least you guys have electricity, which is nice.
To be fair, I don't know which one I'd rather have at the moment. I
uh,
Running water's a thing, you know.
yeah, that's awful.
I'd like to flush the toilet
That's true. That's true.
without having to refill the tank.
Yeah. Yep. The only time in my life that I ever had to live without water was when our pipes froze when I was living in New Mexico. We were without water for about 2 weeks, and yeah, we had to like take showers by buckets and like heat up our water on the stove to take a hot shower, uh, and we had to fill our toilets and shit. It's a bad time.
What's the weather like over there for you?
Here in Oregon, it's nice and sunny. It did snow the past 2 days, but most of that snow has melted already. So
So normal weather.
it's been nice over here. Yeah, it's been pretty normal. I mean, theoretically, Oregon is supposed to get, at least where I'm at in Oregon, we're supposed to get 5-6 inches regularly, but for the past couple of years, we've been getting like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I'm from Mississippi and we just iced over.
Yeah, you guys aren't supposed to get any snow.
I remember I went to sleep and then I woke up and everything was white. So
My goodness.
that was a whole thing to deal with.
Do you know why you guys ran out of water, or it's just like they shut down the water system out there? Or
I don't actually know why we ran out. There was a whole bunch of manager talk on how when they were explaining this shit.
weird? It'd be weird if they just cut your water off and they're like, "Ah, fuck you guys."
For the most part, we just ran out. I really just want to know when we're getting it back.
Yeah,
I had to actually text Paris and them and find out if they have water. But it was just a whole thing. I went to sleep one night, everything was fine. The next morning, everything was white.
jeez. Yeah, it's supposed to be nice and sunny over here today. I don't know what the weather's gonna be like for the next couple of days, but
Well, we finally got some sun, and it's finally melting some of this ice. Apparently, it's like 37 degrees out right now.
wow. 48-ish outside, 48 degrees outside.
Speaking of which, now that I'm talking about iced over stuff, there was a giant pileup in Fort Worth,
Yes. Yes, there was.
which
Why?
is in Texas.
How many cars ended up piling up?
All right, over 100 vehicles.
Over 100?
Yeah, hang on. There's a record for pileup and like how many vehicles in a pileup from the Blues Brothers. Yeah, it was 103 cars.
In Fort Worth? Or is
No,
that the record?
that's the record from the Blues Brothers.
Jeez.
Oh no, wait, Fort Worth apparently beat it. 133 car pileup.
133 cars. That's insane.
Yeah, I'm. Oh Jesus Christ! Hang on.
They just kept smacking into each other.
Yeah, I'm sending you the link on Discord. Look at that.
Jeez. That's awful. That's all in that middle lane or what?
Yeah. Just one right after the other.
That's awful.
Let me put a picture out there real quick on stream. This is the pileup we're talking about. I don't know how many of you know about
it. That's insane.
Yeah.
So like they're going on the highway at like 70 miles an hour and then like couldn't stop because of the ice or what?
I'm not really sure how it started. But I'm pretty sure it was something like how you just explained it.
Yeah, I'm sure someone slid on ice and then blocked the highway and someone wasn't able to stop in time and then that just
yeah, and then it was just a giant chain reaction.
Yeah. That's insane.
Oh yeah, man. That's one of the big things that happened in the news, as well as the second impeachment of Trump.
Yep.
So, for those who don't know, Trump, they tried to impeach him a while back. Actually, I think it was early 2020 that they tried to do that.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, and that failed, of course.
Yep.
As we all know. And then, like, during his last week in office, they tried to impeach him again.
One more time. And, yeah, the second time it didn't go any better for him.
Alright, so here's the thing about...
worse, I should say.
I imagine what they were trying to do is get him impeached, because that way, if it succeeds, then he can't run for office again.
Right.
But it's his last week in office. Like, really? You're gonna... He's already lost.
I don't know.
Now he got the fucking guy going senile in office.
Yep.
I have no idea how that's going, by the way. I last year the world started ending, and this year it's only gotten worse.
Yeah. I mean, we're still dealing with the whole COVID thing. People are getting shots left and right.
Yeah, has that
Uh,
pandemic ended yet?
no, no,
Nope, still going year long.
still going. My one of my buddies that's in the Air Force, he just got his second shot, and he has like all of the symptoms. So he can't breathe, and he's very miserable right now. And I was joking with him, telling him, after the second shot, you're supposed to be able to fly like Superman or something. And he jokingly said, "Well, I better be able to like one punch people," because he just feels like shit.
I'm almost positive that I had COVID at like the beginning of 2020.
Same here.
I'm pretty sure we talked about this on stream too, and it's probably going to be talked about again on stream until we finally remember. I got really bad sick and had trouble breathing for like a couple of weeks. I
Yeah,
think
there's
during
something.
March.
There was some type of bug that came through my office and like killed all of us.
Killed all of you, and yet you're still here.
Yeah, we were deemed essential, and so we still went from house to house.
No, see, we're actually all in hell right now. That's why.
Probably.
Everyone who's already died, it's because they somehow redeemed themselves.
The rapture already happened, and we're just stuck here.
There was a theory about that and how that's a thing that apparently happened. Is that the rapture did already happen? Which is funny in and of itself.
I'd believe it. No, I know.
I
That,
I like this because this just reminded me of like how we talk shit about flat Earth and flat Earth
yeah,
society, and I thought of something. The meteor.
the meteor.
Yeah, the meteor that killed all the dinosaurs. Explain that one.
Yeah, it flew from space.
Yeah, but we're in a dome, and I'm in the when I imagine like the flat Earth getting hit by a meteor from space. I just imagine it doing like a flip like that.
Like a coin.
Yeah, like if you flip a coin through the air, that's how I imagine it.
Is this dome that they think about? Is it impenetrable?
I
Is it
don't
just
know. Didn't. I wasn't brave enough to go looking into this. I didn't want to Google it.
jeez.
That's like Googling, is the sun real?
I mean,
People actually believe that big ball of fire and gas that's one day going to kill us all in an explosive heat death is fake.
they think it's just a giant light bulb in the sky, or what?
I, I don't know. Speaking of conspiracy theories, you have something here.
It's not necessarily a conspiracy theory.
It's something to talk about.
It's something that happened. That these people are contributing to global warming.
Is that
or
what it
climate
is?
change? Yeah,
Well, that technically is a conspiracy theory, depending on who you're talking to.
yeah.
Global
Global warming
warming's a
could be.
myth. Global warming's real.
So these Russian scientists believe that these giant craters are being created due to the permafrost melting, the ground underneath giving way, and they found like 80 of them. There's like a lot of these things that are all around uh, um, the Siberian tundra.
I'm reminded of quite a few things.
Just
When
giant holes. They look weird.
Yeah, first thing that I'm reminded of is vein mining in
Yeah,
Minecraft.
yeah.
That's one thing that pops into my head.
It's just weird to think about.
Another thing is there's a hole like this, and I think it's called like the Gateway to Hell or something.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think it's the Door to Hell. Sorry.
Something.
Yeah. Do you remember the Door to Hell? Is that something that you know of?
No.
Google it.
All right.
It's just a giant hole in the ground that's on fire.
That's interesting to look at.
Yeah, that's what this kind of reminds me of, just without the fire.
Is it just perpetually burning?
Yeah. How deep are these holes?
Um, the link that I sent you should say. It says
30 meters deep. There it is.
yeah. Whatever that is in freedom, but
I fucking saw a meme of that earlier today.
30 meters to feet. Let's see. That's about 100 feet deep. Which is a lot. It's a 10-story building.
And this is only in Russia?
Yeah, just in the north part of Russia, the Siberian tundra.
Yeah, I won't care until it starts getting here.
I think when it starts getting here.
Yeah.
I think climate change has already hit you there.
They said global warming.
Well, those global warming is kind of a misnomer. It's
Mississippi froze over. All right.
it's just climate change. So weather unexpected weather patterns.
Ah,
So it's like weird for you guys to get a giant storm.
6 more weeks of winter. Mississippi decided, now we're gonna get this out in 6 days. Well,
in 6 days.
one of the things I'm reminded of is Fimbulwinter.
Fimbulwinter?
Yeah, that's the that's the great 3-year long winter leading up to Ragnarok.
Oh, jeez. I hope not. Maybe for you guys. Over here, it's nice and sunny.
For now,
For now.
it's the calm before the storm.
We haven't gotten a big snowstorm in a couple of years.
Yeah, that means you're due.
And the last snowstorm that we got that was kind of big, Klamath got probably about 4 or 5 inches. Where my folks were at, they got like 7 or 8 inches. Which we've been told from the locals that that's pretty. That would be considered normal a couple of years ago.
Normal.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Well, I hope not. So the people that have lived in this area for like decades say that we're supposed to get a couple feet of snow every year, but apparently we don't.
I'm very unenthused today, and I don't know why.
The weather.
Yeah, the weather's bringing me down or something.
The weather's bringing you down. Gina getting fired from Star Wars is bringing you down.
I'm a little miffed about that.
Jon Favreau is pissed.
Supposedly, that's what I heard. I don't actually know his opinion.
From his tweets and stuff, he seems very very upset by the issue. I don't know if he's actively trying to do anything about bringing her back or anything like that.
I don't think he fired her. That's the thing. I think it was behind his back.
He didn't fire her. And as soon as the executives decided to fire her, the stock price of Disney went down.
All right.
And hasn't really creeped back up just yet.
All right. Well, here's the thing. Apparently, what she says is her personal opinion,
Right.
and she's not associating Disney with her opinion. She's not actively putting out, "I'm Gina Carano from The Mandalorian, and here's what I have to say."
Correct.
She's Gina Carano, and here's what I have to say.
The other kind of like counter argument to that is people with on their social media, if they say something or have done something in the past and it is brought up, they can lose their jobs from that, and it doesn't matter what profession that is. Of course, one of the newer things that has been happening is people having an OnlyFans and their management finding out about it and firing them because of that.
Yeah, like there was that EMT
Yeah.
from New York that we talked about. She had an OnlyFans,
and so that's something she's doing by herself that isn't necessarily representing her company or what she's doing or anything like that, but she got fired for it. I don't like that Gina got fired, and I don't necessarily agree with it. But your job can sometimes be dependent on what you do in your personal time.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't, but it can.
I mean, it's... I'm trying to find a way to say this properly without getting anyone confused. She has her own personal opinion, and she just so happens to be an actor.
Right.
That kind of puts her in the spotlight, but at the same time, her own personal political views and all that should not have anything to do with Disney or the show that she's starring in.
Right.
And she equated it to something. She compared it to something.
My favorite argument for this was their personal life, and their personal life should not infringe their rights to work in whatever field they choose to work in, is Johnny Depp.
I think it should to a degree. I mean, if you find out someone's like a hardcore racist and you have like a lot of people that are of different ethnicities,
right?
I don't think you'd want them working there, especially if you have customers who are different ethnicities, and they don't come in because you hired this one racist dude. At that point, it does become a problem and affects the job. Johnny Depp's a bit different.
Now, one could say what she had said against the trans community could be something along the lines of being racist.
I don't want to say she didn't mean it as an insult.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly she said.
Yeah, go ahead and look. You're gonna see things about anti-Semitism as well.
I'm trying to find the thing about the trans though.
The main thing that she did about towards the trans community, and this is why she got fired, was she was mocking or making fun of people's preferred pronouns.
Well, to be fair, I do that.
Yeah, and saying that it was ridiculous and stuff.
It is kind of ridiculous.
I think it is. It also regarded
I absolutely make fun of the people who put their pronouns in their bios and whatnot. Like, I don't give a fuck.
All she said was something pertaining to like RTD2 and saying beep boop bop. You know, like
Beep,
it's
but
just
yeah, Beep
ridiculous.
Bop Boop next to her name. That's
Yeah,
funny though.
it's just it's silly.
She's in Star Wars and Beep Bop
I'm
Boop.
I'm
That's
trying to
kind
see
of
if I
funny.
can find the original. Okay, here it is. They're mad because I won't put pronouns in my bio to show my support for trans lives. After months of harassing me every day, I decided to put three very controversial
Yeah, it's
words
like I'm
into
not
my
against
bio.
trans lives at all. They need to find less abusive representation. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
I can kind of.
yeah. So like the
Yeah.
trans community wanted her to put this stuff into her bio to use
All right,
stuff
well
like,
that's bullying then.
yeah, that's ridiculous, and I don't think she should have got
The
fired for
trans
that at all.
people are being the very thing they hate. They have become what they have swore to destroy.
All, all she said was beep boop pop in her bio instead of saying her, she. Like it's just ridiculous. She's very clearly a she and a her.
Yes, she is.
The whole reason why you put that shit in your bio is because people are, for whatever reason, uh, aren't able to
Because people are
tell.
idiots.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it actually matters.
So
Do you have
people,
your pronouns in any of your bios?
no,
No. Does
no,
your girlfriend?
no. She has. Uh, I think in her bio she has something like she's a homebody or something like that. What do you have in your bio? You don't have pronouns in your bio, do you?
I don't think so.
She doesn't. Yeah, she said I don't think so, but I don't think she does. I think she has like emojis that essentially say that she wants to stay home. Like
Is she on like another PC or is it a laptop?
she's on her laptop.
Oh, why isn't she on the couch where everyone can see her?
I mean, she's on this couch.
Yeah.
She's on the other couch.
You have two couches.
Yeah,
Why?
because I'm privileged. I don't know.
You're not
Because
even
I don't
white.
put he, she, or he, his in my bio,
Or they, them.
or they, them, or Zimzer
I identify myself as an Urkin.
as an Erkin.
I hope you know that reference.
I don't know how true the anti-Semitic stuff is, just because I haven't heard a lot
No,
of
no,
that.
no. All right.
So I don't
So-
know if that's
I can tell you about this one. This one I know about.
yeah.
All right. So she posted a picture of a bunch of Nazis doing the Sikh hail. Yeah, that was. I didn't want to do it, but you did it. So you're muted.
I just flexed my wrist. I didn't.
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyways, and she circled one, and there was nothing there to clarify it. It was just a
I
bunch
see
of
the one. She
Nazis.
circled.
Yeah, and it was. She later clarified that it's heartbreaking and powerful story of a man who changed his ways for the woman he loved.
I saw that.
Former Nazi, and he eventually married a Jewish woman.
And I see that the original post was just the picture of the man being circled.
Yeah, so I can see where that one was misinterpreted, but she later clarified.
I would have added some context as to why I posted that, just because of the nature of the picture. Even though she circled what she wanted us to look at. But like you can't post a picture like that and expect everyone to know the story behind it.
And like some other things that she apparently posted about had to do with she was equating some or comparing some things to how people interesting.
I had to wipe my nose.
Okay. how people like reported on their neighbors and coworkers to Stalin, and even how they did that during World War II with the Jewish people in Germany. And this is she compared it to what's being done now and how people are reporting other people for their own opinions to higher authorities, so to speak.
What's the difference between the upper and lower pictures?
I'm looking for what Jon Favreau had to say.
Good luck, man.
Apparently, Hasbro ended the production of Cara Dune action figures.
Of course.
So we should. Apparently, Amazon has pulled that merchandise from their store.
Website as well.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
We should buy some while we still have the chance.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think what she did was wrong. I also don't think it was anti-trans. Like, she didn't explicitly say that.
It wasn't anti-trans as much as it was a joke.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that was out of line, so to speak. And I don't know. I don't think it was mocking anti-trans or transgender people. It might be mocking them putting him, her, his, this, that in their bio or whatever. But I don't think she's mocking trans people themselves, so to speak. Just something that they do, I guess. Which could be seen as mocking them, I guess. But
apparently, she's also going to be recast
in Star Wars.
Yeah, Cara Dune's going to be recast.
That's good.
Wait,
that's not good. You're talking about the characters.
Yeah.
Be recast. Yeah.
I'm sending out a direct message of hope to everyone living in fear of cancellation by the totalitarian mob. I've only just begun using my voice, which is now freer than ever before, and I hope it inspires others to do the same.
It's ridiculous. This anti-cancer culture shit is ridiculous. There are certain people that need to be shut down, so to speak. Like Bill Cosby is a good example.
Why is he a good example?
Because he drugged and raped women. He actually did something.
Yep, just wanted to be put out there.
He did something, and so I think cancel culture did a good job by taking him out. You were talking about some other allegations that came up against Joss Whedon.
Yeah, so apparently there have been a few stars of Buffy the Vampire Slayer that have come out against Joss Whedon.
Is this part of like the Me Too thing, or is...
Hang on. I want to... I want to make sure that I don't have any details wrong when talking about this, so I'm looking it up. Oh god, the worst place to get it at. Screen rant.
Recent claims that show was hostile and toxic.
Let's see.
Misconduct.
I don't give a shit about the other movies. I want to. Let's see.
So he was just an asshole, is what I'm reading so far.
Let's see. Charisma Carpenter, who was apparently pregnant during Angels season 4. Uh, killed off during 5. Rumors. He says that she says that apparently she had thought he was mad at her for getting pregnant, but softened it by saying she could understand his frustration at how sometimes living your life gets in the way of maybe the creator's vision for the future. Something about how he was casually cruel.
Casually cruel, huh?
Something. There's a lot of shit here, and all right, listen to this.
Yeah.
This was supposedly an encounter between Joss Whedon and James Marsters. And it says, backed me up against the wall one day, and he was just like, I don't care how popular you are, kid. You're dead. You hear me? Dead. Dead.
Josh said that?
Apparently, but that sounds like it's from a movie. I swear I've heard that same phrase before.
I don't know. Maybe he was an asshole to these people.
Oh yeah, like I'm pretty sure even back then everyone knew he was an asshole.
Yeah, he's a tough director to work with.
A whole bunch of different cast members are coming out against him for apparently being an asshole. Well, don't work for the guy then.
Yeah. Or like figure out some way of getting him fired, I guess, for being an asshole. But
I thought it was like a whole bunch of like sexual allegations or something, but no, it turns out he's just a bit of an asshole.
He's just a dick. He has a temper, probably.
I guess.
I don't know.
I wasn't thinking that was happening, but
it doesn't make sense why this was like a super famous story, and it's a little ridiculous to talk about. It's ridiculous that certain things are super famous, like the Kardashians are still being talked about.
Now, do you know why they're famous?
What's up? Because they put implants in their butts?
No. Their father was one of the lawyers for the Juice.
For the Juice?
Yeah, O.J. Simpson, the Juice.
Oh shit! Okay, that's what you. That's what you meant by that. I never knew him as the Juice.
Yeah, he was a football player. He was O.J. the Juice Simpson.
Okay. That's why the nickname makes sense now.
Yeah, O.J.
The Juice. Well, I mean, if the glove fits.
The glove doesn't fit. You must acquit.
It's a weird. That trial, he did some stuff.
The Chewbacca defense.
What?
The Chewbacca defense. Oh, that's why you don't watch South Park. You wouldn't get it.
Yeah, I don't watch South Park.
Watch South Park. You'll get it.
Oh. It's just
the Kardashians though were famous because their father was one of OJ's lawyers, and they were just fucking riding that train.
He went from being an Olympian to being a lawyer.
What?
Who are you talking about?
You do know that Bruce Jenner isn't the father of most of the Kardashians, right?
Oh, well, that's who I was thinking.
Yeah, Bruce Jenner was in the I don't want to say audience, but he was there in the courtroom supporting because they were friends.
Oh, okay, well.
And sure enough, after he dies, he starts fucking his wife. And eventually they have like a kid or two. Only like, I want to say like one. Only one of the Kardashian siblings are his.
from everything I've understood about that case, there were some things that happened.
Yeah, it was
and
Kylie
and he
Jenner and Kendall Jenner are the sisters that you're thinking of.
okay. Yeah, it's ridiculous to think that they're all famous. One thing that I liked after the stock market that people were talking about were like, yeah, you want to mess with these rich people further, quit following them on social media.
Yeah.
Because that accounts for a lot of their income.
Yeah, but the Kardashians are only famous because of their dad.
Yeah, they didn't do anything necessarily.
They didn't do anything until after they were already famous.
Yeah, and then they came up with their own fashion lines and
like how
makeup.
How a sex tape was released.
Oh God!
And it's like there was a joke, and I forget who said it. Otherwise, I'd tell. But it was like the Kardashians getting black men off since the OJ trial.
Yikes!
It's true.
Yeah.
Also, apparently, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West are getting a divorce.
Yep. Yeah, apparently they've
been
months apart from each other or something.
I didn't have a very high opinion for Kim Kardashian to begin with, and then she fucked fucking Kanye West. I'm like, oh, that's horrible. That's just awful.
I've listened to Kanye West talk, and I generally think he's an intelligent person.
No, he's not.
I've listened to Kim, and I'm like, Jesus, she's crazy. This lady's just crazy.
He compared himself to Queen.
Yeah.
He interrupted or tried to interrupt Beck from getting an award.
Yeah.
Which is stupid. Like, as soon as he stood up, everyone around him, black or white or whatever other color in the rainbow they were, they looked at him like, you better sit the fuck down.
It's kind of funny.
And like stood up when
he ran for president.
Yeah, he tried to run for president.
He tried his best.
He's just he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that I want to know the answer to.
What?
There's no true answer. I don't want to know it to get him thrown in jail. I don't want to know it just so I could become famous for knowing the answer. I just want to know because there's no true answer on whether OJ killed his wife.
I think he did.
I don't know.
Either he did it or he had someone do it for him, but I think he did.
Either way, we don't know.
Yeah, we'll never know.
We'll never know.
We'll never really know the answer.
Like, if I had a genie right now, like, if I rubbed the lamp and the genie popped out, and, like, I want to know the answers to questions that no one else has the answer for. He's like what? Did OJ do it?
He just looks at you and he's like, I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be monologue.
He's like, and you're just sitting there like, well, come on, I need to know.
One of the reasons that I got to thinking about this is because I was in a stream chat on Twitch, and one of the things that we were talking about was the juice.
Oh.
And a bunch of kids were in the chat going, who the hell's the juice? And we all got indignant about it.
Yeah, I didn't know. I've never referred to him as the juice myself, but like, it makes sense. OJ.
Yeah, I can understand, but when we said OJ Simpson and the OJ trials, they still didn't know.
They probably wouldn't. It wasn't.
It doesn't matter if they weren't around for that. That's one of those things that like you should know about.
You know what I think is really interesting is that the release of the brand new what did he drive? The Bronco, the Ford Bronco. The release of the new one was on the trial date.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like it was released on the anniversary of the trial date. And Ford was like, "It's just a coincidence. We had nothing to do with the planning of that."
Oh, sure.
And we're sitting there like, "We know why you did it. You wanted to make some more sales." And they made some sales that day.
Yeah. Speaking of OJ, Black History Month is we're in Black History Month.
Right, right.
And do you know who Chance the Rapper is?
Yeah, I do.
Some of you may have seen his ads on YouTube.
Yep.
Uh, Apparently he tweeted out. If he did tweet them out, they're not there anymore, and I can't find them.
Right.
And I'm taking this information from the Dick Show, which is another podcast. It's one that I listen to. And they said apparently he tweeted out some stuff making up history, fake history. It was like some tweet of a picture of some black woman who worked for NASA, which is a thing. That's not the thing that I'm saying is fake. There was the like black people that specific black women who worked for NASA. And only he said this woman, let me see here, invented TV and 3D movies.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. That he specifically said television and 3D movies.
It's not how that works.
Do you know who invented television?
I have an idea of who I think it is, but I'm not sure if it's that person.
Philo Farnsworth.
Okay.
Well, it was Philo Farnsworth, John Logie Baird, and Charles Francis Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who invented 3D movies?
That one I don't know. I
That
knew it was
would be,
Farnsworth, but only because of Futurama, by the way.
Yeah, that would be William Freese Green.
Okay. So all men.
All white men.
None. Yeah, not so to speak. So it's not like he's like, oh, I thought it was. There's no way you could have confused that.
If you want to celebrate Black History Month, post things that are true, the actual accomplishments of black people throughout history.
Yes.
Don't try to bullshit your way and make shit up.
Don't try to say that Carter invented peanut butter because he didn't.
Yeah.
He invented a lot of other things for peanuts, but not anything to do with peanut butter. My girlfriend's laughing at me because we went and researched this.
Yeah, what's his John Washington Carver?
Yeah.
He invented packing peanuts.
Yeah. He did a bunch of different stuff with peanuts, but he did not invent peanut butter, and a lot of people think he did. And during Black History Month, that's when I see that the most. I've seen it a lot.
I've never seen that.
Social media. And I just look at it like that's factually incorrect. I've actually looked this up. That's not. He had nothing to do with peanut butter. He did a lot of other things with peanuts, though. So, but again, it's a black guy.
I've never seen that on social media about him and peanut butter. Like that's not something I know about.
Yeah, a lot of people think he did because they know that he did a lot of research with peanuts, and so they just generally assume that he invented peanut butter. But
no. I know about the packing peanuts.
Yeah. There were a couple of things.
I'm thinking of someone else.
There were a couple of things to come out of the Super Bowl. Right. So there were a lot of people, or there are a lot of people that watch the Super Bowl specifically for the commercials. And there were two commercials in particular that we wanted to talk about.
Hang on, I was wrong about the packing peanuts and George Washington Carver. What? I'm thinking of someone else. I'm trying to remember what it is now. Oh well, fuck it. Where did I get packing peanuts from? Anyway,
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Uh,
the Super Bowl.
yes. So a lot of people watch the Super Bowl for the commercials and such, and I know I do. And there were a couple of commercials that stuck out. Um, I saw the Queen Latifah one.
Oh, okay. So you saw
Yeah, I
the
saw that ad. Yeah,
yeah. So first off, Queen Latifah is still famous.
apparently.
Totally forgot she was even a person for a long time.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't heard that name in a couple years, but
And second off, apparently they're doing a TV show for The Equalizer,
yeah.
and it is starring not only a woman but a black woman.
Yes,
Cause why not?
because
All right. So
it's the right
first
thing to
off,
do.
The Equalizer was originally a TV series,
Yes.
if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a TV series, and the main character was white.
Yep.
Then, then it was just gone for a long time, and then eventually they did like The Equalizer, but it's a movie, and now it's starring Denzel Washington, which I actually like that movie. So
Yeah.
I don't know if did you watch it?
No.
Okay, I've seen the first one. I didn't watch The Equalizer 2 though. But now, after that, though, apparently they are now doing a new series, but this time starring Queen Latifah. What do you think of the commercial? I didn't watch it because I don't give a shit.
I definitely thought the commercial was like overhyped. They made it like seem like, whoa, this crazy thing, Queen Latifah. It wasn't trying to remind you that Queen Latifah was a thing or was a person. It was trying to push it as though Queen Latifah was always known, like just always talked about. And I
What's the
was like,
last thing you like remember of Queen Latifah?
fuck if I know, dude. It's been a decade at least.
I remember Taxi. That was that movie starring the host of one of those night shows.
Hmm.
And I remember Beauty Shop. And
That's about it.
that's where my knowledge of Queen Latifah ends.
But yeah, and it wasn't pushed like Queen Latifah Returns. It was like, the Queen is. I was like, okay, Beyonce. Like
Oh wait,
that was
I also remember In Living Color.
okay.
That had Queen Latifah in it.
Anyway, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I hate when TV shows change a cast just so that they could be progressive or whatever. But
All right, and there's another thing. There was a Scientology put out an ad. I just learned that apparently they put out a Super Bowl ad last year's as
oh, wow.
well.
Okay, so this is something they've been doing.
For at least a year.
I did not know this.
We are not going to watch it because I do not want to get sued by Scientology.
It's a bad idea.
That's a thing they will do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's a thing.
Yeah, they had an ad.
And we talked a little bit about this. You watched it.
Yeah, I watched it. I thought it was interesting. Go watch it for yourselves.
What is, like another thing, like we talked about how other religions don't have ads.
Yeah, at least to my knowledge, I have never seen an ad for another religion that was like, come join us or want to know more or anything like that.
There's ads for religions, like, well, not for religion, but
That are religion based.
yeah, like college and universities.
Yeah, Christian.
or Christian Mangles and other dating apps.
What I will say about any of those things is that you don't have to be a Christian to go to those websites or universities.
Have you used the Christian dating app?
No,
No.
no, I haven't. No, but you don't like if you go to a Christian university, you don't have to be part of that religion in order to go there.
No, only to wanna fuck them.
Yeah. I don't know who this goofy kitten person is in the chat, but
There's someone in
weird.
the chat.
Yeah, if you look at it, it's a little weird.
Oh, that's a bot.
Yeah, easy 1,000 followers.
Oh no. Apparently, we have a bot in chat.
Kind of coincidental that a bot popped up in chat because Twitch doing certain things to a certain band that was playing.
Yeah. So, do you know
Speaking
about
of-
this?
No, you just for some.
All right, this happened very, very recently. Like I think I want to say like yesterday.
Wow.
But Metallica did a concert for Twitch. It was an official Twitch like channel.
So like Twitch knew about it.
Yeah, it was their channel. Or one of their many channels that they have on their own website. And so Metallica was doing a concert for them. And then like in the middle of playing a song, they dub over the audio.
With what?
Some generic copy for like free music.
Because it was Metallica stuff.
Yeah, like first off, it's their music.
Was it?
I think it's
their
actually
algorithm?
owned by them.
Was it the algorithm that was like, hold on a second, this is
No, it was
Metallica's
them.
music. Twitch did this on
Yes.
purpose.
They were afraid of DMCA.
What?
And I'm almost positive Metallica owns their music.
I don't know.
I know Lars Ulrich owns a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh if Lars Ulrich sues them for dubbing over their music.
I would. That's what I would do in that circumstance if I could.
That'd be really funny because they dubbed over the music to not get DMCA'd, only to get sued.
Going back to seeing commercials in the Super Bowl, I did see a commercial for The Last of Us, the TV series.
There was a commercial?
There was, yeah.
I didn't know about that. I only know that they casted Lyanna Mormont's actor from Game of Thrones and Pedro Pascal, who was also in Game of Thrones and The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And they casted him as Joel, apparently, which I wasn't expecting.
I kind of like that idea, actually.
No, to be fair, what I was expecting, I was thinking, you know who'd be perfect? The guy who plays Jaime Lannister.
Oh.
I could picture him playing Joel.
Yeah.
Maybe Mads Mikkelsen on a different day.
I don't know about Mads Mikkelsen playing Joel. I don't think so.
I don't
think
know
his
about Pedro Pascal playing Joel.
I think he could look like Joel if he puts on some scruff. I think
What,
he could
an
look
old
like
white man?
Yeah, I think he could do it.
I don't know. I'm gonna hold my judgment until I actually see it. I don't have very high opinions of video game shows and movies.
It looks like we got some people watching the show here. Let us know what you guys think about the Last of Us TV show or the other ones that are coming out. Like Borderlands is another one. Apparently, Jack Black is going to be.
Yeah, Jack Black is playing Claptrap.
Yeah, he's going to be Claptrap, which I love the idea of that.
I don't know how to feel about some of this shit. Like, did you see all the actors that they have?
No, I haven't seen all of them. I just thought it was funny when I saw that he's going to be voicing Claptrap. Why not use the original voice actor of Claptrap? But whatever.
All right. Kate Blanchett has apparently been casted for
Lucky
I
Bean.
want to say Lilith.
Do you know who Lucky Bean is? What's it about? Lucky Bean says never seen Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us is a video game
It's-
series.
The first game is the only one that matters. Fuck the second game.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like the second game.
No
I
one
thought
liked
was
it.
good. I liked it.
No.
I thought it was.
You're a
So technically,
blasphemous
during
heathen.
the zombie apocalypse, and
It's not a zombie apocalypse.
an infection.
It's important. What? Just you don't even have to play it. Just watch the first game. Like look up the Last of Us game.
Watch
movie.
it. Good series. Very good series. Very good storyline.
I cried playing
so
that
did
game.
I. At the end of it, I was very sad. It's a longer video game. It can take you a while to actually play it, but if you watch a Let's Play of it,
Worth it.
You can sit down and watch it.
I got like all the collectibles. I played it on the hardest difficulty. I knew where everything was. I played it a lot.
I don't want to give away too much, but they're making a TV series of it, and I'm super excited about it because they're going to be talking about like how this event happened. It's some type of fungal infection.
Yeah, we already know how it happened.
And it just kind of spread from there.
Yeah, it's the cordyceps virus, which is a real virus, by the way.
Yeah.
Only it affects ants and arachnids at this moment in time.
And apparently there was one person that had the potential to have a cure, and I'm not going to say who it was or anything
All right,
like that.
cures are bullshit in that sense.
Yeah.
You would need multiple different people who are immune to it, and it would take, and you have no idea if it's even going to be a cure.
Yeah, if it would even work, speaking from an actual medical standpoint, but not that I'm a doctor or anything like that. But
I know a guy at GameStop that I'm friends with, he was talking about how a hardened criminal got the game,
mhm.
and his wife called the store saying, "He's crying. What did you sell him?" And he's like, "The Last of Us." You're a monster if you don't cry at that beginning part of the game.
The very first. Oh, it's messed up who they make you play as, too,
Yeah.
because you're not expecting it. You're like, okay, I'm this person.
I like that character very much.
And shit hit the fan.
But Borderlands is a thing, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Those are going to be a lot more interested than WandaVision. Which
Hang on, let's see here. We have Jack Black as Claptrap, which is a thing, and that's all I'm gonna say about that one. Kate Blanchett is gonna be playing Lilith. Kevin Hart is playing Roland, which is very stupid in my opinion. I don't like Kevin Hart to begin with.
I don't understand how he's gonna play Roland, because Roland's a tall, muscular character.
Yeah. And then Jamie Lee Curtis is playing Thanos. I'm sorry, this can't, no.
Is it gonna, it's gonna be animated, right? It's just their voices?
I don't know. There's nothing about it.
Well, I would assume it's just their voices. They can't make Jack Black look like Claptrap.
Well, yeah, but he's gonna be a voice, yeah, but the rest of them aren't.
Do you think it's gonna be a live action movie?
It is. It has to be.
Live action series? I don't think it's gonna be live action.
It is.
They are gonna do it live action?
Yeah, they have to. Why would you do an entire movie only for it to be animated and not hire the actual voices?
I don't know, man. I can't. I'm having a hard time picturing Kevin Hart as fucking Roland.
Then Jamie Lee Curtis is playing Thanos, which I really don't like.
That's weird.
Thanos was very young, very hot, and very crazy.
Oh, jeez.
So that's something that doesn't make sense to me, like at all.
Yeah, I don't understand.
And then Metal Gear Solid.
I'm sorry, I've never played any of those games, so.
To be fair, those games are hard to play.
I've never played any of them. And when they were first a thing, I was like a little kid, so
they're very hard to play and very hard to understand.
Yeah. I think it's cool that they're doing a series about it, and I only think it's cool because there's like a cult following when it comes to Metal Gear Solid. But it's not something that I'm going to be appealed to just because I didn't follow that at all.
I very much like Metal Gear.
Yeah.
No matter how fucking crazy and insane it is.
Mm-hmm.
First off, it was originally made by Kojima.
Yeah.
Kojima's fucking insane.
Yep.
Like, this was a real thing, too. Like, he wanted the disc, like, whatever it's, like, in overheats for the disc to have his blood come out to cool it off. Something like that shit. I'm like, I'm sorry, the fuck did you just say? I imagine, like, so that's a thing. That's how you know he's crazy. His characters were crazy.
I don't know.
But they were amazing, though.
Yeah.
I very much enjoy the Metal Gear games. Although, you have to...
This can't be good for me, but I feel great.
Like I said.
It's very... The games... Like, Metal Gear Solid 3 is a prequel, but at the same time, it's not. The prequel follows the original Snake, or Naked Snake, as he is known. And this was before he became Big Boss, and it tells you how he got that title of Big Boss. And then I think at the end of it, you find out that it was just a VR simulation for another character that you find in Metal Gear Solid 2. It's insane. And like, you watch a lore video on it, because I'm not explaining it any more than what I have. They want Oscar Isaac to play Solid Snake. I'm very much for that.
I hope it turns out well. But like I said, I don't know much about any of that.
Speaking of video game movies and stuff, Resident Evil is getting 2 different series on Netflix.
That's going to be interesting.
One of them I like, the other one I have no idea what to think.
Oh, okay.
One of them is the animated one,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to follow Claire and Leon. I think it's called like Infinite Darkness or something.
Okay.
The other one is going to be live action, and it's going to follow the Wesker children.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
For those who don't know, in Resident Evil, there are 2 main antagonists called Wesker. There's Alex Wesker and his sister, who I forget her name. But they were a part of a project where there were a bunch of different Weskers. But these were like the only 2 that survive.
It's very interesting. The Resident Evil movies, I think, are pretty good. They don't really add much to the video
they're
game.
not good Resident Evil movies, but they are good zombie movies.
They're good zombie movies, but they're not good Resident Evil movies.
No,
because
they're
they kind of like
horrible as Resident Evil movies.
They don't really follow any of the main storylines or.
They do. The first 2 kind of do.
Kind of tried to, I guess.
But then it went downhill from there.
Yeah, then it very much became its own thing.
Resident Evil 1 was the mansion, the Spencer mansion, but it wasn't the one that we knew.
Which I remember playing that game as a kid, and that scared the absolute living shit out of me, and was honestly very challenging, because there are some puzzles in that game that are very hard to solve.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Yeah. And I've watched people speed run that game, and I'm just like, geez. I do like the idea of it.
Then Resident Evil 2 tried to follow the way. What the fuck is the name of the second movie?
Uh,
Do you remember?
it's just weird. It's weird. They try to bring Wesker into it.
Yeah, it was called Apocalypse.
There you go.
Resident Evil 2 Apocalypse was tried to follow the Resident Evil 3 Nemesis game.
Yeah.
Because it didn't follow. Because Resident Evil 2 originally followed Leon and Claire. But Resident Evil 2 Apocalypse follows the Resident Evil 3 plotline, which is Jill and Nemesis hunting down stars.
Yep. Which I think the movie, like I said, it's following kind of like the plot points, but not necessarily the actual storyline.
Well, here's the thing. Originally, George Romero had a Resident Evil script.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very much inspired by the video games. I mean that. It was going to follow Jill and Chris. And it was going to have, like, puzzles and shit in it. It's going to be good.
It's pretty good. Yeah. Good zombie movies. Not great for Resident Evil.
No,
That's
they were...
general consensus of that. But apparently Netflix is coming out with 2 shows.
Yeah, so first off, the CGI animated movies came out, and they were awesome, by the way. Because there were a few of them.
Let's see if we can pull them up.
Yeah, the first one was Resident Evil Degeneration, which was good. It was Leon and Claire.
Yeah.
Then there was Resident Evil Damnation, which followed Leon, and Ada was in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was Resident Evil Vendetta, which brought back the character of Rebecca, who many people will probably know from Resident Evil 0.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris was also in it, and so was Leon.
I was looking at VR games, and they have the new Resident Evil game in VR.
7?
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want a heart attack.
No, you should do it. You should stream it.
No.
Yeah.
No. I played there's this other zombie game that I played and beat, and that was enough for me. That was up there. Although I'm debating on whether or not I want to get Saints and Sinners, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners for VR,
yeah.
or Half-Life Alyx.
Do you follow the Resident Evil games at all?
Yeah, the games. Yeah.
Okay, so you're caught up with the story, right?
Yeah.
This can't be good for me, but I feel great.
Apparently, so what do you know about Resident Evil Village?
A lot about the village, I guess.
So it's still following Ethan,
Okay.
who we met in Resident Evil 7. We played as him.
Yeah.
So Chris shows up in the trailer and says, "Hey, Ethan," and then shoots his wife. Shoots Ethan's wife, which is funny. And Chris seems to be a bad guy, but I have a theory that he's not doing it of his own will.
Probably not.
And like another thing is comparing the new Claire model from like Resident Evil 2 remake. It looks like Claire might be one of the daughters, as they're called, and that might be why Chris is technically a villain.
Right.
I'm very interested in this, and
Chris Redfield, is that his last name?
yeah. Oh, they changed Chris's look again too.
Of course.
Like, hang on, let me.
What is it? Resident Evil 4, he's all
No,
yoked.
that's 5.
5, he's all like just his muscles are massive, and then in the next game, he's some skinny little dude.
Yeah, like now in this game, he's a fucking beefcake. Just Google Resident Evil Village Chris and look at him in that. I'm showing it, or look at the stream.
There we go.
Like that's what he looks like now. Hang on, and then like this is what he used to look like.
Yep. Just a normal little guy.
Then this was the super fucking jacked Chris that we see in Resident Evil 5.
This is a picture. Yeah.
This is the one that punches a boulder.
Yeah.
Chris Boulder Puncher Redfield or Chris Anchor Arms Redfield.
He had to have been, injecting that T serum or something.
Yeah. Then there was this one, Resident Evil 6, which kind of looks like 5.
Yeah.
Then there was this one. It's little tiny Chris.
A little tiny Chris early in his career, different hair color. Apparently, he's blonde now instead of brown hair. But
Yeah, it's supposed to be red here.
yeah,
And now there's 8 or Village Chris, which is just fucking stacked.
more realistic.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking brick shithouse.
He looks like he's murdered a couple people in his day.
He looks like he'd pick you up with one hand and murder you.
And the sad thing is that you would probably allow him to.
And good luck trying to stop him.
Yeah, you just give in.
With what he
Alright.
looks like he could legitimately tank a few shots from a gun.
Yep.
Like, holy shit. Ugh. It's gonna be a good game, I imagine. I'm hoping it will be.
We're all hoping for it to be.
And then, before we get to the final topic, Marvel has now regained the rights to The Punisher and Jessica Jones.
Nice.
So hopefully they'll be continuing that one, because I actually liked those 2 series on Netflix. I thought The Punisher was very good, and I really liked Jessica Jones. Although,
Punisher's-
now we're just waiting for them to get back Deadpool.
Never gonna happen. No. I don't know. We'll see.
And speaking of Marvel, do we give a shit about WandaVision?
No.
No?
No.
I'm assuming you haven't watched it.
I haven't. I keep saying, oh, I'm gonna watch the first episode, but I'm so not interested in it.
I'm not. I never said that I'm gonna watch it because I'm not. I just don't care. Like, apparently Pietro makes an appearance, but it's not the one
Yeah.
that we know of from the actual MCU. Apparently Mephisto might be in it.
It's a fucking Marvel cinematic studio with the budget of a TV show.
Yeah, but it's gonna have, like, the last 3 episodes are gonna be an hour long each.
That's what they say, but
I don't give enough of a shit.
yeah, I don't want to watch a series.
Because
Oh.
this Wanda Maximoff, or Scarlet Witch, isn't like the one from the comics.
No.
Remember in the comics when she said no more mutants, and then she fucking made mutants extinct?
Yep.
I want that Scarlet Witch.
An absolute bamf, to pull up an old term.
Yeah, that was the Scarlet Witch that fucked Nightcrawler
Yep.
and Vision and
And now they're married and living
and
life
her
together.
brother. Boy, those comics are weird.
Yeah.
Speaking of those comics, they actually changed her history again.
Of course.
They changed it so Magneto is no longer her father in the comics or some shit.
Magneto.
That's about it though. I don't really have anything else to talk about. We talked about quite a lot.
Yeah.
We
As always,
talked
guys,
about
you,
all
yeah,
this.
you guys can always catch our podcast on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
So if you chimed in towards the end and you're interested in the podcast, please check out our YouTube.
Actually, hang on. Before we end it, I have a few things to do. First off,
We always have it on our YouTube. Just in case someone like you guys chime in at the end. We appreciate a like and a follow. We try to do this podcast every week. So
yeah, hang on. I'm gonna post it in the chat real quick.
we also
Yeah.
do have a Discord as well. If you guys want to chime in on that, there's the Discord right there.
Yeah, there's the Discord link. That way you can see the playlist where we have all our past podcasts, and we're gonna add this one.
Yep. Broke a couple of milestones. This is episode 12.
Yeah, this is episode 12. We're making it farther and farther, but one of the things we have one last thing to talk about. I'm gonna put it up on screen, and it's this.
Oh, oh yeah, I forgot about this. So this is a little rant that I came up with. I don't know how well you guys can see this here. I will full screen it on my screen here. So at the top page it says circle the number to make 6. So it holds up a hand, and then there's another hand with 1 finger and another hand with 2 fingers. Which one would you circle to equal 6?
The one.
The one, right? Okay. So then the next one shows 5 asterisks, then 1 asterisk, and 3. You would circle the 1 asterisk, right? I didn't think this assignment was particularly hard, but an old manager of mine posted this and said, I must be an idiot because I can't figure out my son's homework. And I'm like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have had kids or managed me in the past.
All right, well, let's do this homework for them. All right, so question 1 is 5 fingers.
Yep.
Circle the 1 to make 6. We have between the 1 finger or the 2 fingers. Or, sorry, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 1? No, 2? That's 2.
2 fingers, yeah.
We circle the 1.
Yes.
All right, we have 5 asterisks. And then we have the choice between 1 asterisk or 3.
Mm-hmm.
We circle the 1 again.
The 1 again, right?
Coming up to number 3, we have a dice, and it shows 4.
Mm-hmm.
And our choice is between 3 and 2.
I'm going with 2. I don't know what tells me that's going to equal 6, but I'm pretty
2.
sure 2.
We have 4, and it's 4 fingers.
Yep.
2, 3, and 1.
If we do exactly the same thing as we did in question number 3, we're going to pick 2, right?
Yeah. 3 asterisks.
Yep. There's
Circle the
3
one to
there.
make 6. There's a 2, a 3, and a 1. Well, I'm going to choose the 3.
Right.
Oh,
It's
God.
literally the same thing above. It is the easiest thing to figure out ever.
I will admit that I was a little confused when you showed me this, mainly because I didn't see the circle the
instruction.
number 6.
Yeah. So this shows you a little bit about the intelligence of someone who has been a supervisor of mine. Oh, jeez. So it kind of pissed me off when I came up across that because it's like, what? Are you stupid? I knew what the assignment was asking for, and I didn't think it was that hard. So
That's Anything else going on? Anything else that we could think of to talk about?
No, stay warm if you're on the East Coast.
Hopefully, we'll get water back.
Yeah. If you're over here where I'm at, it's nice and sunny, so.
Hopefully, next week we'll have a much better podcast as well.
Yeah.
We'll be more enthused as it goes.
It's a bit of a lazier one for us, guys. As I said before, though, we always have these in YouTube. You can go to our Discord there and talk to us and such. We'll definitely talk.
Yeah, give us something. Give us topics as well,
Yeah.
so we can.
We'll talk about stuff.
Yeah, we'll figure it out though eventually.
We generally like when you guys say something in the chat for us to pick out and talk about. So, Lucky Bean earlier had posted something about The Last of Us, so we talked about that for a little bit, explaining what it was. Highly suggest watching any gameplay of it. It's a really good game.
Such a great game.
A lot of people hated the second one because of how it ended, and I understand that.
Here we go. Are you playing any games?
Let's see. Any games? So, like I said, I kind of want to get Half-Life Alyx, or I want to get Saints and Sinners: The Last of Us.
Do you follow the Half-Life series at all? Do you know the story?
I don't personally. I know it involves Arizona. That's about it.
Okay, then don't watch. Don't get Half-Life Alyx until you know about the other games, because it's a very big spoiler.
I want to play it because it's a AAA title VR game that's actually good.
Yeah.
What kind of topics are y'all interested in? We'll talk about anything.
We will literally talk about anything.
We've talked about typically we talk about things that are controversial topics, or kind of give our opinions and such on
From
things
politics
that
to
are happening.
entertainment to just general shit that's going on, man.
Yeah,
Things
talk
that
about
piss
life
you
events.
off.
We had a podcast where it's talking about how a guy was carrying garbage and it flew off the back of his truck and hit my car. Like, we talk about life things, you know. We have a very broad spectrum of what we talk about.
Anything that pisses you off?
Let's see. Something that pisses me off. We should bring back talking about Am I the Asshole?
Yeah, we should do that.
It was a good topic series.
We'll do that next week.
Yeah. I don't know.
What
Hold on,
pisses
let
me
see.
off is not having water.
Asking my audience here in my living room. Something that pisses me off.
Bad drivers.
Bad drivers. Yeah. There was this. Speaking of bad drivers, there's this truck last week that swerved into oncoming traffic to pass me, but didn't realize that there was an 18-wheeler, and so they had to swerve back into traffic a little bit off the edge of the road and then back into the center lane. And then they just, after that point, they were either too afraid to pass me or didn't have enough time or whatever. But they followed me the entire way of where I was going.
Instant
kinda funny.
karma.
What?
Wearing government-issued uniforms improperly.
Oh God, wearing government-issued uniforms improperly.
Your girlfriend is very opinionated.
Yeah, that is definitely something that pisses me off. If someone wears a military uniform, and particularly if it's a uniform I'm well acquainted with, and I see that you're wearing it incorrectly, that's a massive disrespect.
Did you watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged?
I did, yeah.
I almost wanted to say you talk a lot of shit for a dishwasher. I'm like, I don't know if they get that joke.
I don't think she's seen the Abridged series of Dragon Ball.
I hope she's
don't
not
think she's ever
listening.
watched Dragon Ball, but do you guys have certain days that we do this? Yeah, we always do it on
We try
Saturdays.
we try to do it every Saturday unless something comes up that day.
Every Saturday. We try our best to do it in the morning. Usually we'll start our podcast around 10. Well,
It depends on like if we're up at that time too.
But we try to start our podcast around this time.
Yeah.
Um, Lucky Bean with all the questions.
Yeah. If I got any other questions for us?
And by all means, chime in. If you don't like something that we say, or you disagree with something that we say, we want to hear about it. Like, we make fun of the flat Earth theory a lot because we think it's ridiculous. But hey, if that's your
Still
thing,
waiting for them to challenge me.
Yeah. Anyhow,
But I think that'll do it for this week.
I think that'll do it. Hour 30 minutes.
Could be worse. But hopefully until next Saturday, everyone. Hopefully we'll be live and we'll be more enthusiastic. But until then, who doesn't make fun of the flat?
Dude,
you're a number one viewer.
Yeah.
Until next time, everyone.
See you guys.